Check it out. Come and check us out. If we think this is sports show, come see what we about. Check it out. Come and check us out. If we think this is sports show, come see
record
what
with
we
his 12th
about.
three-pointer of the game.
Jay-Z in the Nets jersey. Reggie got Indiana. And he was
so you can see how everybody.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
It's crazy how he was making the cuts, making it.
Preach.
Why is he not better than him?
About to start, so everybody take a seat. We think it's sports, but sometimes we don't know. We asking that.
Try the people who are single entry, probably like a couple hundred, 300-400 people. Single entry, and you try to become first in that, and you beating dumb people. They ain't, you know what I mean? Not beating them, but you got a better chance at beating them, I would say.
our first pod back. We starting it with Lotto talk. Is that what's going on? What's
Lotto?
What? You're talking about the lottery? Was he on?
No, I don't play the lottery.
Oh, yo, what's the millions joint? Y'all was talking about?
You talking about DK? You know, he talking about fantasy.
Everybody eats, B.
Everybody,
he talking about. East B, I'm crying. I'm crying.
Like that, we talking about going to the corner store.
Powerball. That's where I'm crying.
I mean, it ain't no. I mean, hey, it ain't no difference. It ain't no real difference. It's just, I guess you enjoy it more with fantasy.
Yeah. Man, I would say I've been gone away a long time. I haven't podded in a minute, so I will be struggle streaming this today. But I'm happy. I am so excited to be back. I had to pause the pod because I don't do overdue bills anymore. Y'all been holding that joint down. So y'all been doing 2 shows a week. Y'all been flowing. I haven't done anything. So y'all gonna have to carry me through, but I am excited to be back. It is, we think it's a sports show, and the guys are back, baby. And we were missed. So after Tony hit me like, yo, y'all got a new one out right now? I was like, nah, we took a week off. He's like, man, I like to listen to it when I go for my longer drive. So we were missed. People was looking for our voices, but we are back. So where the hell was we at? You want to talk about it?
I started. I'm gonna start it this way. I started this way because this is what I planned it. That's what I had planned for last week, but we missed it. You know, if you pay a certain amount of money NFT, we got you. You know what I'm saying? The lost tapes. You know, that's part 2 of the lost tape. So, but I want to, you know, just congratulate you. Obviously, that's the main thing. I think that I want to talk about. Just talk about that. You know, I'm. Do you want to say it or you know?
Okay.
You are engaged now. You know you went to AZ, got engaged. So I wanted to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was dope. I wanted to talk, have a whole pod about that. Not a whole pod, but just talk about a little segment about that with you and stuff like that. So how does it feel? You know what I'm saying? You look like you got your little Arizona glow. You know what I'm saying? You got, you was in the like he's in the sun. I know. Like still, and probably still floating somewhere. Probably floating up top of the house somewhere. Probably didn't even get on the plane. Probably floated back. You know what I'm saying? So how does it feel, bro? How does it feel, man? How was it?
It feel good. I feel like a weight been lifted. Right? It's just been there, right? Even though it wasn't talked about directly. Indirectly, like we both knew, like, yo, like, what's up? What time is it? Like, I ain't gonna be here all day. So it was always that just in the background, and now all of that is lifted. So now, like, we just on our way, to the marriage planning or wedding planning, and everything. So we just all focus on that now. So it's good, man. It feel good.
How's Angie been doing? She been treating you different? Is he expecting something 9 months from now? Like how some crazy things happen. You know what I'm saying? So
I know. It's better over here, fellas. I ain't gonna lie, it's better on this side. No, it's been solid. Especially I've been reffing again. I'm already getting varsity and JV games. So she's been stepping up big time, making sure I got everything that I need for I can be successful. So that means that we be successful. So she's been holding it down like always. So that's why she got what she got. Right. That's why I did decide to make this step because she hold me down anyways. So I might as well go ahead, formalize it and get some tax breaks.
Mike took a rock to Arizona to try to fill the Grand Canyon.
Yo,
But Angie, what Angie do? Angie brought what Angie do? Angie brought diamonds back. What was the quote? I messed it up now.
yeah.
I messed it up. And went to Arizona and brought diamonds back.
Arizona Diamondbacks.
That's what it was. That's what it was. That's two. That's two. I got two. I mean, you know what I mean? That's two for you, Mike. That's two. If you want to use them, you can use them. But that's two for y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say.
You know, it was solid. Went out there for 8 days. Went to the Grand Canyon. That was dope. Like, if you've never seen the Grand Canyon, I suggest to go see it. It's crazy. It's beautiful. And then we went to Sedona, and that was dope too. The Red Rocks, like that was just crazy. Like out west is different, bro. Like I was driving in these hills, like they say a lot of people crash on it, which I can see why. It's just all windy, but it's so beautiful in the background, the landscaping. It's like you can get caught up in looking at that if you aren't paying attention. But yeah, out west, I've been wanting to go out west for a minute because we took the pandemic seriously. So we didn't do nothing for a while. So I'm like, I need to go out west, need to get into some sun, get out of Michigan. So we went out west, kicked it with my uncle. And it was dope, man. It was dope time. And I needed it. But I am happy to be back.
That's dope, bro. Congratulations once again. I don't know if Angie around you. Congratulations. I'm screaming. I don't know if she hear me right now. But congrats to Angie too. But I mean, one of y'all can go. I don't know.
I mean, I'm pretty much gonna echo what you said, man. Just proud of Mike. It's a big step. I am the married one out the group. I think I'm the only married. No, we got Rico, but yeah, I mean,
he pulled out Rico. That's how you know.
Yeah, Bags is definitely
there. Like, jeez. He pulled out Rico.
We got a couple. We got a couple, man. We glad to have you join the team. You know what I mean? I think somebody told me before it's better to get advice from a married couple. So, I can reach out to you and get some advice now, once you tie the knot, you know what I'm saying? So congrats to you, Angie. You know what I mean? Just make sure you and Rad don't have y'all wedding a week apart like me and Bags did.
Now we joining it up, bro. We about to join it up, man.
That was stupid. That was poor plan. That realistically thinking about it, that did not make any sense.
No, because they used a lot of the same people.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Planned. Like you act like me and Bax talk to each other like, yo, bro.
No, I know,
I'm
like
playing my wedding on this day. Bro, I'm gonna play mine. Yo, bro, let's get the drink.
I mean, we got one big, bachelor party out of it. So shout out to the bachelor party. That was dope.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, that joke was crazy.
That was ridiculous. I just want to say that. Like,
yeah, you and Rad was like Frank Lloyd Wright the way y'all was designing the bedroom
because it was ridiculous. Because it started at this and then it just started expanding.
It was a bad situation, bro. I don't know what happened.
The craziest thing is at the end of it all, it was like a unaccounted for bedroom that Bag's brother was in. He was like, "Yo, where you come from?" My bedroom. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? It's a whole bedroom in there. He's like, yeah. Like, I couldn't believe it. I said we did all this unaccounted for bedroom, bro. Bruh, he walked out of the room. I said, what are you doing? I said, where you coming from? Bro. He said, my room. I said, it's a room right there, bro. It was insane, bro.
That was crazy. Nuts. I'm not gonna hold you. That was like insane.
Crazy. I couldn't believe it, bro. I was tight. I was low-key tight.
I'm crying. But all right, so what else been going on? My guy Preach and another time around the sun. A happy belated birthday to you, bro.
For sure.
Appreciate it.
I know last year you kind of sparked this off with that your birthday means nothing to you and you dropped that bomb on us. How about this year? Was this year a little better?
When I say that, like, that doesn't mean that the day is necessarily a bad day. It's just another day, right? Like I just treat it as another day. I am thankful, for the cycle, but I'm thankful for every day, right? Because if I don't make it that day, then I'll never get to that birthday. So that's how I look at it. But I will say, like, I had a good time. I went to Florida with my cousin for a little bit of work, a little bit of pleasure. We had fun. And then my girl, I guess I have to say this. I came back. She had, some things.
Sam, stop. You want to start over and just
I don't want to start over.
Don't say I guess. Like, stop.
No, but what I mean by that is, she had, some things planned. I had a good time. She put a lot of thought into it. She wanted to make it special. It was special. I appreciate that. I'll say I appreciate that, right? I appreciate that. So thank
It's
her.
crazy.
Thank you, Kaylin, for doing that for me. But that's
okay. Thank you. Hey, that's good job. Good job, bro.
Did
That was
you get a
good.
cake?
That was good.
you know what? I didn't get a cake. We can start there, Mills. I'm glad you said that.
Yo, no.
We could go in relationships audit. We can go into the relationship audit because I know she listened to this segment. It'd be Thursday. I'm trying to watch the game or something, and then it comes up. So you said this on your pod. I know it's gonna happen, but like I said, you start off with something good first, and I had a good time. But no, I did not get a cake. And this is another thing too. Let me say this: if you're going to plan something for someone's birthday week and anything of this sort, right, and you tell them, make sure you got these days off. Yeah, the whole shebang and all that. I would prefer if I don't want to have to answer any questions. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just this is no disrespect. Like I said, I had a great time. I appreciate her, but I'm just saying in general. I'm not specifically saying in my situation. I'm just saying in general. Like I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know how y'all feel about it. Like if somebody is planning something for you, and then like in the middle of that, like them asking you questions about what you want to do. You want to do something else? Is that like a burden on you? Do y'all feel that way? Do you just want everything to be planned? How do y'all feel?
Wow, this is literally. Is this the male version of females asking, what I want to eat, and you haven't needing to?
Well, we
you
did
need
that.
to know. Is this the male version of it? I don't know. I think it's better, obviously, when you don't have to ask for nothing. I mean, I think that's always better. Even if she's not truly sure if that's what you want, I think the confidence in just going about it, like, yo, this is what I plan for you. It's about to have a good time. Let's go. Let's rock out. And not necessarily show that she might not think it's, what you want. But I mean, I think it's better to just go on your confident stuff and just be like, this is what I plan. Here you go. You know what I mean? I think it's probably most best to do that. I would say.
Mills, do you want to go? Because I may flip the script a little bit, but
I'll go real quick. I agree with Rat. I like the whole surprise thing. It feels like it's more from the heart. There's more thought put into it. To see like how do you feel that I would appreciate the things that you did or the choices that you made. So I like the whole aspect of you just doing what you do and just tell me, hey, let's go, or here's what it is.
So I hear from the emotional side, I'm with y'all. I hear that, but logically, sometimes I look at it this way: if you can't put together a day for me, do you really know me? Like, do you really listen to what I enjoy, what I like? Are you paying attention? Because if you have to ask me all these questions, that means you don't really know shit about me.
Wow.
So that's how I would look at it from that way. Is that
Mike?
No, it's right.
I'm just asking y'all.
He keeping it as
That's not extreme.
I think it's a bit extreme because it depends on who you are, right? Because you gotta, if you're not giving her, like, say if you're not giving her energy, say if you're not giving her like approval of this is something I'm liking. What if you stone cold face? What if you just like what I'm saying? Like, what if she doing things and she not getting a vibe of like this the right thing? You know what I'm saying?
Then you ask.
You know what I'm saying? Then you ask.
You're not a child. You can ask me what I like and what I don't. I mean, I guess what Mike is saying is, especially if you're with somebody,
you just mad at her for asking.
No.
Talk about beforehand?
I'm saying prior.
Oh.
I'm saying if you're with somebody for an extended period of time, you should know what they like and what they don't like. And again, let me say this to clear everything up.
Yeah,
this
boys.
is not towards my girlfriend. I appreciate everything that she did. I just making a general statement. I don't want her to conflate the two.
Yeah.
But my point is just like that is the truth. Like if you don't know, then that becomes an issue. Now I agree. Now I don't know if you was going this way, Rat. If you're dealing with a difficult person, and I also even say this about myself, like I can be difficult at times. With certain things that I want and certain things that I don't want. Like I'm not like that's fine, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with being difficult, right? And then no, I am. I'm actually fine with being difficult, and like you have to be fine with me being difficult, right? Like just like everybody has their things, and that's something that you just have to deal with. And it's I wouldn't necessarily say I'm working on it, but that's neither here nor there. My point is, but Mike is
working
right.
on it, aka he working on it. We know, we get it.
It's okay to plan something and trying new things and seeing if stuff work, But if it's a special day or something like that, and you're trying to be nice, and you said I'm going to plan this, you should be able to be like to go through boom, 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 boom. And maybe I may not like it, but I understand the thought process. Like, right? Like, I get it. Like, this is something that you think I would like based on this, this, and this. If you can at least give me that, then we can roll with the punches. And then let me say this. Let me ask y'all this too. I do frequent restaurants. You know, we do necessarily go out a lot. But I just want to be, and this is, again, this is not conflating it two, but like, all expensive restaurants aren't good. Can we agree on that? Do we all agree on that?
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So like, how can I say this? Does anybody have a preference of where they would like to be taken out on their birthday? Do you think that is expensive better, or do you want what you like? I'm asking you. Like. You want what you like? Okay.
Yeah, I'm all
Rad?
right.
I mean, unless you take me to a new spot that just opened up or something, then I feel you on that.
I mean, me, I'm not real picky on the food side, so I'm gonna find something on the menu. I typically find something on the menu. So I mean,
I'm not saying that you can't. I mean, you can find something on the menu. I'm just saying, like, for me,
it don't gotta be I'm not an expensive guy though. No, I'm not. I mean, food. Nah, I mean, not really.
I don't mind it. But I will say, you know what I mean. I don't know if you know me, you know my love for Chipotle. So, like that, that's always in order. So, like, I mean, whether
I would never obviously I'm not sure, whatever. I'm never gonna say it, but I would never do that Chipotle for your birthday.
That's crazy.
But I mean, it's something that I like though.
See, that's why it's nuanced. It's always nuanced. See, that's like so.
No, I understand it,
It's tough.
And this is no disrespect. I understand that, but I'm just saying it is something that I'm asking the question.
I think the way to go about that, a way to go about that is, you can, if it's your day, if it's planned, you can incorporate all those things. You can incorporate, Chipotle. You can incorporate the new fancy restaurant. You can incorporate all those things. You can do something you like, and you can honestly do something you like. I mean, you can use that day for anything you want. You can do it for like, all right, this is place I wanted to go with you. So now this is what we're gonna do. But before that, I'm gonna do something I know for sure you like. Boom, maybe earlier in the day. But then I want to do something where it's something that we both might enjoy. I hope you enjoy. You know what I mean? I think approaching it that way, I guess that's an effective way to approach it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you're just trying to make that person happy.
Period.
End of the day. That's all it is.
Yeah, but I think that's the conflated part. But that's the conflated part because in relationships, you gotta. It's that that weird place where you love your partner how you want to be loved instead of how they want to be loved. You know what I mean? So it's like, when you don't know the difference, you like, bro, I do all this stuff for you. You know what I mean? You want that back, and it's like that's not how they do it. You know what I mean? You doing that because that's how you want to be loved, not necessarily how they want to be loved.
Do y'all believe in the love languages?
I mean, I think that they have, they have.
I never read
me either, but they have truth in them.
I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So like most things, like even zodiac signs have some level of truth in them. I'm not too big on it. But I am a firm believer in the truth will make you free, right? That's like the Bible speaks about that. Like it will, whatever the truth, like the actual truth will make you free in any way you feel. So I mean, like they have some level of truth in them, but I'm not necessarily, you know what I'm saying? Cause people like, again, we're not a monolith, right? Like, so it's difficult. Every situation is different. But I don't know, are we still on this? Because I did want to ask a side question. Have you ever been to a restaurant with an all-male staff?
I didn't even notice.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. That's like
most people that wait on you are females. Majority, the high percentage.
And bartenders and stuff like that usually female. So no.
It was the most off-putting thing I've ever seen in my life. Like I was in the restaurant and it was all males.
Wow,
it was not a female staff person in sight. Like they didn't exist. I'm looking around and I'm like, yo, it's all dudes. Like Like, I mean, I
that's wild for your birthday. That's wild for your birthday.
it was definitely wild hunted. I will agree. No, it
Oh,
is.
you're supposed to know the staff, guys. You don't
No, I'm
know.
just saying, like, you
Oh.
know, the guy that sat us was a dude. Like, when you looked around, all the waiters were guys.
What is it, mixed races or all one race?
You know what though? It was pretty much. I think we were only black people there. Just in general, I think I saw one guy go to the bathroom. But but as far as there was probably maybe like Italian or you know what I mean, Sicilian. I may have seen one.
Potentially family owned, potentially type thing.
Ori is I don't know the right. I don't want to. Is it Asian, Oriental? That's the wrong
Asian
one.
kind of encompass everything. So just
I know,
Asian.
but I just want to be politically correct. Can you say Oriental
Why?
now? No, that's the best. Wrong.
I thought that was a soup, ramen noodle flavor. Is it not Oriental? Do y'all remember that the nasty one that know how to eat and it's called Oriental?
I highly doubt that.
Oh my bad.
I don't. Nah. I know we definitely just offended
Yeah,
some people right
that
there.
was-
Oriental. I think it's called Oriental. I'm about
I
to
don't
go look
know
up
what
ramen
that
noodle.
is.
I think
Look
it's called
that up.
Oriental, bro. I'm not looking at it.
All right,
It's probably
so
wrong.
do y'all want to talk a little town news, or we ain't touching that subject?
What's
Town?
up? I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
What Benny
you talking about- you
did?
talking about
What
what you
Side
call
Gun
it?
did?
No,
talking about-
no.
I was talking about our guy?
Yeah.
I guess we can. He talking about Quet. Quet was wilding on Facebook.
Oh, Kush. Shout out to Kush.
That's what
It's
I'm telling
like
you. That joint was going crazy.
It was going
That joint
crazy.
Went crazy. That
'Cause-
joint went crazy.
Kush,
Nah.
My girl, she had asked me about it. She was like, "What happened to your friend?" I don't know.
Bro, Sean was
man.
asking me the same. I'm like, yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't see the post at all. Like, it didn't hit my feed. Like, literally did not hit my feed. I don't know how, why. I don't know. Maybe I didn't follow the person. I didn't actually see the feed at all. But I did know. I'm saying I did see like the comments that y'all put, and Sean was showing me and stuff like that. But shout out to Quet, bro. I mean, on some just to get off of what all happened, on some comebacks, on some standing your ground. Shout out to Kush.
Yo, he lying.
Shoot your shot in. Hey, do what you gotta do, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro. They put that in your name, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro. I'm down
I
for
was
it.
in tears.
I'm
He
down for
did.
it.
It was crazy.
It's the internet too.
It was crazy.
I mean, things
That was
can happen
crazy.
from the internet. I'm not trying to say you can do anything you want on the internet, but you know, the internet, man. The internet play with you, play with it back, bro. I mean, I don't care. Hey,
Yeah, I'm nah.
People
But,
people definitely were entertained.
yeah,
Like,
got some new firefight, got some new customers too.
you
Yeah,
know?
but to make it like a more broader sense, like I guess how do y'all feel about that? Just somebody setting up on Facebook to try to bash a small business like that. What's your thoughts just around that in general?
I'm glad you asked that, Mike, because we can make this broader. Because I wanted to bring in Little Boosie. And the reason
How broad can you go?
no. I did because I was thinking about it because Little Boosie just came out with a movie, My Struggle.
Okay.
He just came out
Yeah,
with his
Little Boosie.
movie. It's I think it's
Little Boosie.
autobiographical. I'm not sure. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's on. He made his own platform, and he's been talking about it. He said that he went to all the big companies, Netflix, Hulu, yada 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 yada, and basically everybody wanted control of it, and they was trying to give him shorts. You know what I'm saying? And he said, "No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go full ahead, create my own website, put my movie on there." And I think he had an interview with Vlad, and he said it was a low budget, obviously, under like $25,000 the budget, and he made $940,000 in the first day.
Beautiful.
But you know, his whole campaign was like, I was thinking of it like this, like in that same regard, like why don't we support him? Like it's kind of like a negative connotation on Boosie. You know what I'm saying? And is it in the sense of like I thought about? I know we play with this, but it's like you know how we look at certain people like Jay-Z is African American, he's black business owner. We support Tidal. Diddy is black. We tried to find Revolt, even though it was on channel 89,000. You know what I mean? Nobody really knew. So and so many other things. But then like when it comes to Boosie, it's like he's not African American. He's not black. He's a nigga, and we not supporting him. That's how I kind of feel like we look at him.
But what do you mean support? He just said he did $1 million in a day.
No, true, but I'm talking about like mass support, like how we support all black businesses and all that. Like we push certain things in our community as far as like the masses is concerned. but certain things we don't push. You don't understand what I'm saying?
You think it's because of the way he portray himself? You know,
I don't see how he portrays himself any differently from any other rapper. like
yeah,
what
that's
else?
true.
I'm just saying, like,
I think for me, I see it differently than you. I guess. I think he is supported. You know what I mean? I think, if Boosie
he's not supported by the
still
masses,
be
Brad.
here, for Boosie to still have a platform of all the stuff he done.
What has he done?
He was in jail for 10 years.
The only people was in jail who got a platform, right? That's not. He's not.
Saying,
I'm saying that's not significant to him, though. That's my
saying,
point. But that's my point.
That's my point. What he done, the stances he take now that is not popular culture on it. Because you talking about why he not getting support from the internet. I'm assuming.
No,
and if
I'm saying from the black community,
you gotta play the internet games.
Like the large. I'm saying like he's not pushed.
Bro, if anybody
like
any black person of Boosie of the culture can do $1 million in a day, bro. Somebody supporting you. That's a lot of money. You think that's not a lot of money?
I'm not.
Like, that's a lot of money.
But it's a relative amount of money, Rad. Is what I'm trying to tell you. It's relative. I'm saying
to Jay-Z.
But my point is, I'm talking about like the conversation around it, right? Like there is not the conversation like it was when certain people come out.
Was it good?
I would never watch it.
Well, okay. So, do you think that 50 Cent get the support?
Yes, 50 definitely get the support. 50 is huge. People talk about 50. Yo, they said 50 is he's the new Game of Thrones or whatever they calling him, the new Marvel Universe. He's a Marvel Universe of gangsters. That's what they said. He's a Marvel Universe of gangsters with all like
Who is they?
I whatever.
I would fly with like he like the male Shonda Rhimes or something like that. I'll go with that.
The Marvel.
He's on the same. He's on the same
of stars.
No, they say he's the Marvel Universe of gangster movies.
I give him that. Put all her stuff in one. all those Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, How to Get Away. All those was in the same universe, and that was she controlled the day. So I would say that. I think that's a more appropriate. Marvel is literally they doing crazy things. Come on.
Well, but that's the point. I think that they're trying to make a comparison, but on a smaller scale. But regardless.
Okay, you're right.
My point is, it's like they get those pushes, but because and those people are connected to larger networks, they don't own anything. Like we're talking about some like a black owned entity. He owns everything, but we don't do that for him.
I think you answering your question though, Sam, because Boosie said it. He said he went to all these places and they want to take control. 50 does not own all of everything.
He doesn't own anything. Probably
he gave up things. And Boosie did not want to do that. So if you don't want to play the internet games, you're not going to get the internet support.
Or you're saying the white people games.
Whatever that the internet. No, it's not because it's mad people.
I'm not talking about the internet. But you're saying
he
went to the companies, but you're saying they control the internet.
I guess what?
So that's white people.
My thing is, what level? At what number would you say that we are supporting him?
$1 million. Shit, that's a lot to me.
I mean, yes, it's a lot to you, Rad, but I'm not.
That's
speaking...
a lot to Boosie. $1 million in one day.
It's a that's
a lot of money.
I'm saying, Mike,
that's a lot of money.
I'm speaking about the conversation around it. I'm not necessarily speaking about the number. I'm not speaking about the number, right? Mm-hmm. Because you could talk about independent.
I didn't know it came out.
But my point is, it's like we kind of. You get my point of us pushing black business. Like, just make it to a smaller scale. Take it to a smaller scale. Like, even shout out to Mia's Menu. You know what I'm saying? Like even in that situation, like certain people, even in our own city, is like we push it, and it's not because of how the food tastes, right? It's just a maybe a negative connotation around the person. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's some underlying factors that go beyond the actual product. Now, I'm not speaking of Boosie because I would never watch it, but I'm just saying, like, in general. You get what I'm saying?
How you asking about how we don't support it, you're not gonna support it? That's kind of crazy.
But like, I think, but like this in this situation, like how like Kanye West, I think the Yeezys is probably one of the most ugliest sneakers that ever came out in history of sneakers, right? In my opinion. Realistically, if you take off like the name, like it would be ugly. Like nobody would ever buy it, and that's just a fact. We know that.
I can agree with that.
Like that's just a fact. We all know that. It's not hearsay. I didn't make that up.
I like the shoes actually.
I mean, you can like it, but you like it because of the name.
No, I'm not.
That's true.
I don't have a pair of Yeezys at all. To be honest,
Bro, he had a sock that came out of $300, bro.
It's just the name. But my
Yeah,
point
it's
is,
like you could slap Supreme on something and that'll add value to it. Yeah.
for sure. But I actually, I'm saying I actually do like
but
Yeezy.
even in Yeezy, that is connected to a larger entity, but yet we support that with so much vigor. Michael Jordan, we support that with so much vigor. Nobody ever supports the, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like the I'm not saying nobody.
Yeah, bro.
But in
You
the masses.
compare Boosie to Michael Jordan.
No, you right. That's too. You can't do that, bro. You can't do that.
Yeah.
But no,
Like,
everybody say, oh,
you
that's
compare
supporting
Master
black.
P,
That's not black. That's
Master P dropped how the hookup 2, whatever it's called. It was a terrible movie, by the way. I'm sorry to say that.
Yeah.
But I did watch it. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. But I watched it, and people supported him in some way, some facet.
Yeah, Ice Cube will get support because he's Ice Cube. Because, boy, what support did Boosie get in his music? It's not like Boosie was selling out millions of records selling music. So what he did in music, that's going to translate to his fans.
And I do subscribe to support everything that's black, but I mean, it's a higher level for everything that's black. That's good.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
not
for
even
me-
real.
for
but
me-
my point is, a lot of the stuff we claim, like we support, and it's not even black owned, bro. It's just like you're just supporting the regular corporation that everybody else is. That's my point. Like
And
watching
Boosie's not the corporation.
50 Cent TV shows is not that's not black business. Now, thank God
For
that black
me-
people on the show.
Yeah.
Thank God that 50 is a producer, but we're paying stars. Like we're not paying, like you understand what I'm saying?
I hear you, but black excellence, but you just can't be black. You gotta be excellent too. If I'm gonna pay for something, it gotta be something that I want to see. And I don't want to see a Boosie autobiography. So
Neither
I'm
do
sorry.
I.
Like, yeah, I was serious.
But somebody did $1 million in a day. Is
Yeah,
impressive.
but some people
It's impressive.
are. Shout out to
They're
them.
back from Texas. It's just Texas.
It's not Baton Rouge.
Bad rules, yeah.
People from
No, it's
Mississippi.
not Boosie. Boosie get
People
love.
love Boosie in the South.
He was
Yeah.
going crazy
Absolutely.
on
They
IG.
call him
That's all they
Tupac.
played. That's all they played down there when I was down there for the
Yeah,
military.
they love
It's just
Boosie.
Boosie.
And
everywhere.
all his stances, that's pop. That bro, that's he the voice for that for a lot of people down there. So
I
I'll leave it like
agree
that.
with some of his things.
I'll leave it like
though.
that.
So I mean, I'm not.
So maybe you should watch it. Maybe you should be the one to
I
support
would
it.
never watch
You
that
might,
movie.
it might change his life.
I'm speaking about the movie so everybody else can watch it.
Oh, shout out to Boosie.
All right. We got any other news or get right to the town? I mean, get right to the town. Get right to the sports.
Y'all don't have any
want to talk
relation-
about? You want to talk about Jada and Will? Do y'all know about that?
I didn't dive into it yet.
I
Well, I heard something about Jada is learning to love Will or something.
I don't know. I just seen on the internet that it said Will Smith deserves better, and it was just a whole thread of that on Twitter and Facebook everywhere, and stuff.
Because
like that.
what?
Or 50th. And this is I really don't know, but this is what all the stuff I'm gathering from her 50th anniversary, her 50th birthday party, surprise birthday, red table talk, blah 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 blah. I guess one of her wishes or whatever was she want to learn. She wanted to learn how to love or want to be loved. What I don't know what it was, something to deal with love. Either she want to learn how to love or learn how to be loved or something about love. And people was just blown away that the fact that she would say that she'd been in a marriage for 20 years. So it was just like all the stuff, the whole August stuff, all the stuff she was putting through. Will Smith, the nicest person. He deserved better. That's essentially, I think what's going on. But I could be leaving out some stuff though. So react.
He does. What you want me to say? I don't know what you want me to say.
He
How
does.
did he die? Well, his wife was with August. He should have been bounced. What you
Yeah,
talking
But
about?
we don't.
Oh, shit, he did. Will Smith didn't admit that they both. It was not hers is
Their
public, but
relationship.
he was.
But
he was
we know
doing
that they
something.
have we already know the terms of their relationship. They have an open relationship. That's not a secret. Everybody in Hollywood know, and then they told us. But my only thing about the relationship is I think we got to be honest, because I think they have an understanding about their relationship, right? And if they have an understanding about their relationship and they're okay with what's going on, then that's fine.
That's all that matters.
And then when I guess to the comment of learning how to love and things of that nature, I think that's a real thing, right? Because however the terms of their engagement, I don't think it couldn't have started off in love. It probably started off in lust, and they came to certain agreements even within that lust, and that kind of just created beautiful children. and a beautiful career that kind of flourished with themselves, which was fine. And then now, 20 years later, however long they've been together, it's like, okay, like, you know, I'm at a maturity level where I can say, okay, what does this really mean to love a person? Because we've just been in this agreement. We've been living in the same house. You know, we've been doing certain things together, but clearly, like, being in a relationship and loving somebody wholeheartedly, unconditionally, it means much more than that. I don't think that that's something that you just learn overnight, though. I mean, when I say overnight, I'm saying 5, 10, 20. I mean, who knows?
I don't want to step on what you said because that was beautifully said. But you know, I don't disagree with none of that. My issue is this: whatever agreements we have, you can't embarrass me. And she been low key embarrassing Will the last year. I'm thinking about it. Bill and Melinda Gates. He was going to see his, you know, girlfriend every weekend for 30 years, and she played her part. She kept it low. And then after they built the empire, the Bill and Melinda Gates Fund is huge. After they did everything, all right, cool. Let's split. You know, amicably. The news came out. I don't know how the news came out, but it came out. Now she's gone. Okay, it's over. But like she been embarrassing him. The whole her and Tupac thing always been a thing over him. I don't know how Will did it, man. Yeah. So
what makes it embarrassing though? When it's one or two people that know, is that considered embarrassing too, or is it just when the world knows?
Yeah, when you are a meme. Yeah, like with Bill and Melinda, who knew about that? Probably their little close circle. If they know, all right, cool, let it rock. But once you on Facebook and you a meme, bro, like, all right, you are embarrassing me. I'm on CNN. This is way too far. Why?
Y'all gotta ask questions. When I come, you gotta ask questions about this.
I gotta answer this now. Like
all the time. I agree with that 100%. I think, you know, I think that's the difficulty about just, you know, being a celebrity though, right? Because, you know, or just letting people know your business in general, you know, into, you know, it's a lot of things that go into it. You know what I mean? You know, that's what a lot of women say, you know, don't embarrass me. That's their key feature. Yeah, like whatever happens, don't embarrass me, bro. Like, let's figure. But I mean, I don't know. You shouldn't be doing that anyway. But if you are, it's like, don't embarrass me. So I understand that sentiment.
Be clean about it. Yeah, be clean about it. Don't become a home.
Yeah, because he clearly was doing things that nobody really found out. I think she definitely, the whole August thing was sloppy and like probably fell in love. Probably was there every day. Yeah, probably was there every day with him. She probably just, you know, whatever the agreement was, she did it in a way that was, you know, just not unbecoming. So I understand that. But shout out to Will. Also, shout out to Will, though, because, you know, with that whole marriage thing, you know, that whole serious about not getting divorced, serious about always trying to figure it out. You know, that's tough. You know what I mean? Yeah. From a man's perspective, I mean, come on. Like, how tough is that for, I mean, I'm not saying it's not tough for a woman's perspective. It's tough for y'all, a woman as well. But for me, from my perspective, I can only imagine, right? Yeah. So I do want to get to a point where, like, yo, I feel like I'm there now. But once we get married, it's nothing that I'm going to get divorced for. You know what I mean? I want to get to that. Because it's certain something that clicked where it's like, all right, we gonna always figure this out. You know, something here that we always gonna figure that out. And I think that's something, you know, everybody should aspire for. You know, not be always so quick, you know, the divorce. But shit, some divorce is there for people that need it. So I'm not gonna tell people not to get divorced or nothing like that.
It happens a lot, man. A lot of people don't want to take take it as serious as a lot of people think about it. Like marriage is not. I mean, divorce is not an option. It's just some things that's the final straw. Like you just can't move on from, you know what I mean? And you just got to find out what you can tolerate at the end of the day.
It's ways I think it's ways to move on from a lot.
Anything?
Yeah, somebody. It's an example of somebody moving on from something that you didn't think you can move on from. That's all I say. Now, you personally, probably not. I don't know, but it's an example of somebody. Yeah, this happened, and this is how we resolved it. Now, can you do that? I don't know if you're willing to go do whatever needs to be done. But some people, you know, have whatever you think is the worst thing is a story out there to say
they overcame it.
Somebody overcame it. That's how it goes, you know. But you know, that ain't for everybody, I guess.
But let's talk about let's do a little fantasy.
I got something for the relationship audit.
Oh, no, that's all right. Well, we do the sports today. Let's get it.
Real quick. This is real quick. I should have, not just saying me, but I should have first dibs to my clothes. If I have a shirt that I want to wear, I should be able to wear my shirt and not you. Like, I bought the shirt for me. You got your own clothes. Wear your clothes.
Like around the house and stuff like that?
In general. Like, why you got to wear my hoodie?
Like the Overdue
Your own
Bills
hoodie.
gear? Absolutely. Everybody love it. Shout out to Overdue Bills.
Shout out to
Yo,
the Bears.
yo,
Yeah,
they
good
loved
bit.
it in AZ.
Shout out to the
And
Bears.
some dudes trying to do some business. He
Listen,
was trying to do some business.
I almost got robbed by the old lady on the flight. Shout out
Should
to
have
her.
gave it to her off your back, bro. That would have been fire.
It's tough, though, when you go places like that and people love it, but you don't have to give it to them.
The
Like,
website.
where you get that from, or blah, 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 blah. I mean,
We got a
before
website
we had
now,
the website.
overduebillspod.com. Overduebillspod.com.
But so she wears your clothes and you're upset at it.
I'm not upset.
But see,
But
wear
if
it
I-
before he gets to wear it, though. Yeah, that's
Oh,
a
is
little
that what
wild.
it is?
Right. You wear before I get to wear it.
Ooh.
Like, I got a hoodie. I mean, we're going out, and I'm like, oh, you look nice. Yeah, this yours. What you mean that's mine? I was
What-
looking for that hoodie yesterday.
Would you have been
my
up
fault.
when you got your new car? Did she drive it first?
No.
Oh, okay.
I would say this.
Is
how
that not the
long-
same thing, right?
How? Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
How long has it been in your closet without you taking it out for a spin?
Maybe a couple weeks.
Oh, Mills got the drip.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I
He
mean,
just
it
buy
depends on
clothes
what it is.
apparently.
No,
Mills
okay,
got the
no,
drip.
a month. Nah, she throwing that thing on for sure. If it's sitting there for a month, if you ain't get to it by then, bro, you can wear it after me then.
I'm pair of jeans
I
you got,
matter.
I'm pair of jeans you got, Mills.
Jeans?
Mhm.
Probably like 3 or 4 pair.
Oh, okay. You all right. All right. I thought you was about to say 10, 15. I'm like, Mills, you weird.
Nah.
Yo, Mills is a weird.
A blue.
Bro, I stopped wearing jeans when I got out of high school, bro.
Bad example, you got to wear pants somewhere, bro. No pants.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of that time is like around the house. You have on everything, you know what I mean. So, and Sharp be cooking in my worst pet peeve. Sharp be baking in my stuff. Like, yo, you got powder and flour and strawberries on my shirt.
I got a
What
couple
are you
of
doing?
things from cleaning up the house. Like, when my clothes become cleaning attire. got
Like
bleach
that's
stain
what I
on
pissed
it.
off. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, take my stuff off while you're doing that, bro. Take off my shorts while you're cooking. Like, stop. That's when I get mad. But besides that, I'll be straight.
So this reminds me of a flashback to when me and Angie, when we first started dating, and she was at my house, she was kicking it. She's like, hey, do you have a shirt I could wear? I was like, yeah, I got a couple sweatshirts in there. So I'm thinking she's gonna grab one of my little joints from Walmart to sleep in. I come out, she in like my new Nike joint.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, what you doing? She's like, what? You told me to grab a shirt. I'm like, yeah, you see how nice and soft this is? She's like, it's so nice. I'm like, yeah, you ain't sleeping in this. What you talking about?
But women, I guess women don't understand. Like, men got good things. It's like, yo, this is the good stuff that I save for the good things. You know what I mean?
but
Don't
this
just
stuff-
put on anything. You
Yeah.
can't put on anything. It ain't not how it works. Y'all
I
got
have a
probably
drawer
mad
for
stuff.
I have a
Yeah.
drawer for the put on anything stuff.
Put on anything.
Go to that drawer. Stay away from this. This is
Put on
from
that.
for use when I'm stepping out. Or
Thank
I
you.
got plans for this already.
Yeah, exactly. They don't realize that. That's
Yeah. So, Brad, do you have anything for relationship about it?
cool. Nah, I'm good. I think that was enough.
All right.
I love a relationship. I
So I want to get into some football, and let's I can tackle it from the fantasy approach,
Touchdown.
because I've been wanting to talk to y'all about this and ask y'all about this for the longest time, but I've been on vacation since out the vacay. They lied this year.
Who was
I
that?
don't know who, the
Oh, the
smart
pundits?
people.
Oh yeah.
About players to play.
Fantasy is
They
terrible. this year.
lie about every player that I
Fantasy is
drafted.
terrible.
Jonathan Taylor is
Everybody.
terrible. CEH is
Everybody.
terrible.
It's just
Dallas
backs,
Goedert
Mike.
is terrible.
I
No,
think-
Backs are
everybody.
bad
I
this
It's
year.
think-
everybody.
I think they definitely didn't do a good job this year.
The first 3-4 rounds is awful on like in return of investment. Most of
They
them.
they did well. When we got to say this, it's been 3 weeks. Let's start there.
I'm talking about so far. Yeah.
So we don't really know. And I think what happens is, like, when we go to the rest of the season, like, they're gonna come out and say, oh, the guys that we told you to pick, they're going to be like top 12. You know what I'm saying? But the issue is, I think game by game, like, their hit rate is just not good. You know what I'm saying? And that's the issue. Like, I think as we become like mature fantasy players and we keep doing it,
stop listening to these people.
It's not even so much stop listening. It's like understanding, like
100%.
like getting the information, but saying, okay, on my day to day, like on my game by game, how is this going to help my team? Right? Because just say Robert Woods, for example. Like, Robert Woods is god awful right now. I'm sure Robert Woods is going to have at least probably 4 or 5 games where he's gonna hit. I'm sure.
I have 2.
And that's gonna put him at like what, top 17. And I'm gonna look back and like, nah, Robert Woods was terrible this year.
Robert Woods has been bad, but he's been fine too. I have 2 wide receiver disappointments.
Talking about AJ Brown?
Allen Robinson, both of them.
But that's injury though.
2 top 10. That's supposed to be 2 top 10
well,
receivers.
That's why I told you, Rad, that you didn't have a good draft. That's what I was trying to tell you.
No, they're going to be fine by the end of the year. But I'm saying right now, it's like, what am I supposed to do? You know what I mean?
Can we say this? A lot of people.
No, for you. But can we say this?
I'm finessing right
now. At
the
draft, we said that Mills had one of the worst drafts we've seen. Did we say that?
Yeah, but think about it. Bearing out every year I have a bad draft, but I always find a way to.
This was I would say this. If we ever do everybody easy ever, I think Mills need to give a masterclass on trading. I truly believe Mills is the best trader in every last league I've been in. I don't know nobody who trade as much as Mills. One, that's probably what it is too. But or just pull off things I won't even. Mills pull off things I won't even send.
But what it is this. This is the issue is.
You should give a masterclass. Like, it's really good.
It's you can't do that because in a fantasy league, people think that Mills is stupid. So they honestly think that they're getting over on him.
No,
I'm telling you. No, perception. Yeah, it is. Perception is reality. Rad.
He did it 2 years and he got rings for doing that.
Rad.
People still thinking Mills don't know what he's doing when he do it.
It's just
that's stupid.
They're stupid.
They're stupid.
Rad, do people trade with you?
Yeah.
I want to know, how many trades do you do often?
I personally do not do trades as much though. That's me. That's a me thing.
Well, okay. Do people? Well, Mike finessed the whole league one year.
People send me trades,
but
people send me trades.
People send me trades too.
I deny them.
But
I don't want your players.
My point is, like, it's hard. I'm just saying, for me, it's hard for me to trade because people think that I'm getting over on
Preach.
Them. I'm telling you.
I agree with that. I agree with that to a point.
I didn't preach. You may suffer the same thing that I suffer from is that I can't send a trade. Because whenever I send trades, they be like, "Nah, Mike,
you doing
nah, you doing something sneaky.
You finessing,
what's up?"
Yes.
I sent bags to trade for Zach Moss and Kirk first, and he denied it. And a couple of days later, he sent it to me, and I accepted it because he thought like,
"Bro, this is crazy, right?" Because I mean, this is new. This is what happened. I was sending around a receiver for a quarterback in our league. Because to people who had quarterbacks on the bench, and they all denied them, and they end up putting that quarterback in. Like, so things like that happen for me. Like, they like, if you know what I mean, if you want to, I'm playing them.
People say that if Rad like them,
I'm playing them. See. So it wasn't even like on some me trying to. I just wanted another quarterback. You know what I mean? But so it's like I do understand that. But I mean, hey, Mills using his gift and going with it. I mean, I respect it.
I appreciate it. But like even like when Rad sent me to trade for Sam Darnold for Debo, like in theory, I was going to deny it.
Really?
I was because the issue is, Rad, if I would have paired Sam Darnold with a Chris Godwin, I can get a top 10 player. I can finesse somebody, but the issue is what I said to myself is I can't. Think so. They not well. Somebody needed a quarterback.
Not you. Mills,
that's the problem. I'm like they won't give me the. No. That's why I traded. I was like I could just get the value because nobody's gonna do that because they're gonna think that I'm like I know something that they don't know. No, I'm serious. Like every time I'm like, yo, I don't know anything. I'm just really just trying to trade with y'all.
But you talk like you do.
No. I do know. I am finessing you. No. I am. Like I am.
I'm not a finesser. I do even trades.
But what I'm saying is the trade is even. Like you're going to get value. I'm not sending you crap. I'm making my team better. But that's what you're supposed to do.
I wish I could be like Mills and just send anything. I just don't like sending anything.
But it's funny because we was talking about it in our group chat, me, Tony, and Naz. It was like Mills be sending so many trades. And like naturally, I think I'm gonna hit the wrong button one time. One of these joints. So I think Mills be doing that.
Yo, the fuck, Naz hit me up before Mills did all his trades. He hit me up for Mixon. I'm like, bro, it's not. Don't even. I'm like, bro, it's not even worth it. Don't even send me nothing. It's because it's gonna take your whole team. Whatever. And I said, you gotta hit up Mills because he the one. I said he the one gonna figure it out and do it. And like days later, really Gibbs. I'm like, see, I told you, bro. Like he gonna figure it out. He gonna do it. If you want to trade, hit up Mills. He figured it out. He figures it out. I can't do that. I can't. Yep. And a lot of it is fair missing out. A lot of it is FOMO. A lot of people don't like giving up players.
Yeah.
Mills will give up his best player. You know what I mean? Like
Mills would not give up his best player.
Perception.
Get my Gaskin off of Mills.
He gave up Ridley like it was nothing. He gave up DK like it was nothing.
Well, they weren't producing, by the way.
So, obviously, but I mean,
I'm just saying, like these players weren't producing.
But a lot of people would not do that.
But my concept is, I think my first trade, I always think 2 trades ahead. I try to find something that I can make go into another trade to benefit me in the long run.
No,
I never won at Hollywood ever, but I traded for him because he had 2 great games back to back, and I felt that I could finesse that to get something else that would benefit my team.
The issue is, but I will say this too: when you're working from a position where your team is terrible anyway, it is easier. It's like if you have a good team, it's not
That's
as
so
easy.
weird to me, bro.
I'm saying,
I never understood that. Like, why would you want the player who got a bad team? Why would you want their players? I never understood that.
Well, because in your mind, you're like, okay, he has like, what difference do it make? Like, if you're going to a player,
not performing for them.
No, I understand that. But if you're going to like somebody who's like, it's like they're not. It's why would they give away their team when they're actually doing good? It's very difficult to do that. Like that doesn't make sense.
You're right. No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I do want to give myself a little pat on the back because y'all killed me when I said I was keeping Mike Williams in the 14th.
Oh yeah, great
my
keeper.
guy, Mike Williams, kid, he is
no. Mike Williams
He's my best
is besides Cooper
player
Kupp
right now.
He is the wide receiver too.
Yeah, besides Cooper Kupp. Yeah.
He literally they got the was it Lombardi? They got the Saints offensive coordinator. He's literally the Mike Thomas. He's Mike Thomas role. He's the Mike Thomas of the Saints offense right now. Like he's playing that role. He picked all over the route tree Mike Thomas had. Mike Williams got it, and he's in Justin Herbert is.
And that was all my point. I said, yo, Herbert is going to throw for, I don't know, 4,500 yards probably, 4,000 yards. And Keenan Allen going to catch maybe 12. Yep. If he catch 13, somebody still got to catch the other 3,700. That's going to get 1,000. Where the yards going to go to? Let me go get Mike Will and just see what happens.
Contract year, 5th year. They didn't pick up his 5th year option.
Gesicki. If I would have kept Gesicki, oh my God, I would have put hands on.
But Mike would have went late though. Mike Williams would have went 9th round down. He would have went 9th round down. Like 10th round down.
But I got 14.
Beautiful.
It's been solid. It's been solid for me.
Like you said, that's what happened when you got a quarterback put up 45.
He probably not going to be a Charger next year, unfortunately.
Oh, but he's not gonna. Well, he's gonna go probably down as like a top 12 receiver because he had these 2 crazy weeks. But obviously, he's going to like regression. It just happens naturally. But I think, Mike, you should trade him now. I think if he has another good week, I think you should probably.
I might do that
because you should. You could cash. Just imagine this, Mike. You can cash in.
Might have to if his running backs don't show up like they haven't.
If you pair Mike Williams and CEH, if Mike Williams have like another good week, you probably could get CMC. Like you would be unstoppable, Mike.
No, I'm not saying you can.
That's how you. But that's how you.
I know Tony not. I mean, I know.
But
he listens to this.
Be quiet.
It's not collusion because people listen to this, guys.
It's not collusion. It's just we're saying. We're just talking. Players.
Oh yeah, but yes, something like that. I don't know if that's enough for CMC, but maybe something right under CMC.
Nothing is enough.
But it's tough though because you don't know how long he's gonna last. He got hurt the last couple years. He missed half the season last year, maybe a little more than half.
But when he played, he the best. He the best player in fantasy, and it's not even close.
That's true. But you banking on a 3-4 game season, out of a top player because you just don't know.
I think
normally when you get hurt, you keep getting hurt, like little minor stuff. Hamstring now. I think he got toe next week.
He got 2 injuries. Last year was an injury, and this year. But besides those 2, he haven't been injured in his whole career. So he's not as injury prone as you are saying. You know what I mean? He's not that injury prone.
But then he might fall in a situation where what's the backup name?
Never.
Hubbard.
even say it. Don't even say it.
Committee?
Don't even
No,
say
I'm
it.
saying though, he may show out the next 3 games.
You,
And he may
you
be
remember
in
last year?
timeshare like Pollard and
You
Mills.
remember
Stop,
last
bro.
year, Mills? Remember last year?
Yeah,
Mike
Mike
Davis?
Davis?
Yeah, what happened when CMC came back for that game?
He took all the carries.
36.
Every
something,
last
yeah.
carry.
And
If he on the
will.
field, you give him the ball. It's that simple. That whole you overthink.
Nah,
it.
ain't nobody worried about Chuck.
But at some point, when you see your players consistently getting hurt, you got to think that maybe it is the workload.
I hear you.
Yeah,
heard
but
that.
they're not. They're gonna give him the ball all the time, and it's just like a tweak of the hamstring. It's not even that serious. But
I hear. But you do got to start like if he get hurt again, it's like all right, y'all. He can't keep up with this crazy workload. It's a crazy workload. He gets 10 targets and 10 plus carries a game.
he'll be all
25
right.
plus touches. He not Derrick Henry, you know what I mean? Or Zeke, or even Dalvin. Dalvin get hurt all the time too. So Dalvin get hurt more than CMC, but people think CMC is more injury prone. But Dalvin get more hurt than him. But it's all.
Yeah, that's why I drafted Madison. But go ahead, Preach, what you saying?
I was gonna ask, what do y'all think about the Chiefs? Like, do y'all think it's like it's over? Is the dynasty over, or is it just a mere bag of
No.
shells?
No,
I
they
think
got
it's
the
too
best
skilled.
players and one of
It's
the
too
better
skilled.
coaching staffs. That usually you do good with that.
But they're vulnerable. You hit, like they said, I mean, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. If you hit them in the right spot, I mean, they can crumble. Like they've been struggling the last couple of weeks. It's still early, like you said, but I mean, you get pressure on Mahomes and make him have to make a quick decision.
All right, do you think Raiders or Chargers gonna win the division, or you think still think Chiefs gonna win it?
Well, Broncos.
Do you think
Broncos
Raiders
didn't play
or
nobody.
Chargers gonna win it? The Broncos people they beat are 0-9. They didn't play a soul.
they didn't
They're
play.
literally collectively 0-9. They're all terrible. The people they beat. So I'm not even grading them as a team right now. So do you think the Chargers or the Raiders is going to win the division over the Chiefs? Do one of y'all think that?
I think that the division is gonna be tough within themselves. I think that everybody's gonna play everybody tough. So I think they're gonna beat up on each other, and the fact that Denver beat those teams. So I mean, in my opinion, it kind of gives them I don't think that it's like a huge gap. I think Teddy can stay in a game with those guys. You don't think so?
Not with the Chiefs.
they can't.
Not with the Chiefs. You talk about the Chiefs? No, not the Chiefs. No. I
think
the Raiders and Broncos. I mean, the Raiders and Chargers. I think they got the better quarterbacks. I think Chargers are a really good quarterback. And that usually I think bodes well. But I think they got a nice team. They got a nice little defense. Teddy get it done. But when it get down to the get down, no, I'm not putting it in. I'm not. It's the Chiefs. Maybe
I don't think they're
Cards
skilled enough to
next.
keep up. They can't go up and down the field whenever they feel like it.
I don't think they're
I don't
gonna
think they're
have
equipped
to.
to do that.
I think that their defense can at least they got good corners.
They got a really
so
good.
they have
really
great.
good
They have a
safety.
great secondary. They got
Great
a pass rush. So I mean, I think that they can do enough on defense.
They pass rush is jank.
Regardless, they still got Von Miller. He's still one of the best players in football.
Is he?
I mean, well, at least he got the pedigree. I mean, they talk about JJ Watt all the time. So my point is, my point is, it's like even with the division, I think it's going to be a tough division. I'm not counting
for
out
sure.
the Chiefs. I'm not counting them out because they have the best quarterback in football still.
And the best players.
Well, yeah, they have the best player. Travis Kelce is the best tight end. Tyreek Hill's top 2 receiver, absolutely. But my point is, I think that the times is catching up with them, and what I mean by that is, Patrick Mahomes, he can pull a rabbit out, but at some point that rabbit is just not come. It doesn't happen. Sometimes it doesn't. Those plays sometimes don't go in your favor. The ball doesn't bounce your way. It's possible. Those 50-50 balls may not go your way. I mean that happens. No,
The issue that I'm having is that it took a Herculean effort from Lamar for Baltimore to win.
but he is Herculean though. He is.
I know, but I'm saying though, but it's not like
Most teams don't got that.
It's not like they.
But we're
went
not
out
talking
and
about most
lost to
teams.
A scrub, but for it to be done, if they lost to Cincinnati, we could be having this conversation. But for Lamar, it took everything Lamar had. So I'm not going to fault the Chiefs for losing that. I'm not. You can't. I'm not.
No, I'm not. I'm not faulting them. I'm just saying these are games that they would win in past years, and now they're losing them.
I think teams realize.
They never go 16-0. They always go 14.
But I mean, they're going to lose.
We're going to lose.
They're going to lose
Maybe.
again.
Even if they lose 5 games, so what? What do it really matter?
Yeah,
Like he only go to the AFC Championship game. That's the only thing he ever do. And I think obviously it's a lot of pressure on the Chiefs and Mahomes, obviously. But this is what his 4th year. So he got to get better. That sounds crazy enough to say, but Mahomes got to get better. You know, and when Mahomes get better, what that mean for the people he was already better than? You know what I mean? So I think that's not say scary, but it's like, yo, the Chiefs got to improve. They got to figure something out. All right, they already probably better than 99% of all teams, and you can't lose, but they got to get better, and then Mahomes got to get better. And when he do, I think that's bad news for the league.
I think the league just realized that in order to beat Kansas City, you got to put up points at the end of the day. That whole clock management is hard to do. So you got to take risks. You got to throw the ball downfield.
The finish got to do it. It's terrible.
Like for instance, the Chargers, it was 4th and 8 or something, 4th and 4. They're already in field goal range. They went for it because they didn't want Mahomes to get the ball in his hand to have the potential to go downfield and score a quick touchdown.
But that was stupid though.
It wasn't necessarily stupid, but it showed it's the when I text in the group chat, it's the Mahomes effect. Like people, when you down, and it's like you're not about to put when people all the time we saw Tom Brady get back on the field and we knew somebody should be like, you know what?
Even Aaron Rodgers,
we're not putting him back on the field. You know what I mean? Somebody got to be like, we rather lose like this than lose him doing what he do the best. But so I respect that. I'm not gonna be mad at coach saying, you know what? Yeah, Herbert, you start being great. This is your time to be great, Herbert, and we're not gonna watch Mahomes be great. I mean, I'm never gonna be mad at that ever.
But I don't think that. I mean, I guess we can call it the Mahomes effect. But like they gave the ball back to Tom Brady. They gave the ball back to Peyton Manning. It's not the first time a player goes down. I mean, like we've seen.
I'm not saying that was all bad.
That's any good quarterback. Any great quarterback. But I think what's happening now is I think the talent level at the quarterback position has gone up. So you are more comfortable with allowing somebody like a Justin Herbert, who was only a second-year player, but he's great in his own right, to say, I'll trust you enough to go for it. You're not doing that with Tyrod Taylor. It just doesn't make sense.
I think you still do with Tyrod Taylor.
Well, then that's a bad coaching is what it is. Like that's what that's called.
It's taking a risk for a greater outcome.
But you don't take the risk with bad players though. Like with Josh Allen, you take the risk.
But if you in that moment, though, you gotta feel that moment.
That's the issue I have with what you're saying, Preach, is that you are wrong because the numbers say that you do.
No.
And we had bad quarterbacks after bad quarterbacks.
And you don't take the risk. We punted the ball
on 4th down, and we just kept losing games.
We were going to lose them anyway. Do you agree with that?
No, well,
right. Mike, if you got, but a bad quarterback means you're going to lose. That's what it means.
5 years ago, the Chargers probably lost that game because they would have punted or did something stupid.
Last year. No, they actually should have lost the game. If you watch the game, they actually should have lost even what they did because they missed the extra point. They was only up by 6. They scored too fast. It was just like stupid things.
But you and I, we differ on that. I want to go win the game, and you just want to. No. You don't want to lose it.
No, that is not what I'm saying. If I have the talent,
we had to discuss it.
If I have the talent
on 4th and 2, or go for the 2-point conversion to win the game. I think you should go for field goals.
I don't mind if you have the players to do it. If I don't have the player that I'm comfortable with saying go for it, I'm not. Why would I do that? That's like saying if I got Zach Wilson, I'm not going to tell Zach Wilson to go for it. Not with Zach Wilson, Mike. That's not true. Okay, so that's like saying if I got Mills at the 3-point line, let's take more threes. We talked about that. We talked about that with basketball.
You have a better chance of stopping Patrick Mahomes.
Huh?
Do you have a better chance at stopping Patrick Mahomes?
I have a better chance at Patrick Mahomes. I have a better chance at those quarterbacks breaking their leg than my doo-doo quarterback scoring. We talked about that. Yes, we did. We talked about that. We talked about that with basketball. We
watched Tyrod Taylor run for 2 yards.
Tyrod Taylor is terrible. We know that. It's nothing to talk about.
We watched the player do those things.
But Mike, we also watched them be terrible, which is they are terrible. Because Mike, but listen, we talked about that with basketball, with taking threes and the onside of people shooting threes. Yes, you should take more threes, but not with a bad 3-point shooter. Like that does not make sense to it. Why do that? That's like saying, yo, you should drive more, but with somebody that drinks all the time. Like, what do you mean? No. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that.
I know what, like, for example, make it a little bit more local. When we played Grover our sophomore year in high school, we should have been jacking up 100 threes. Are you kidding me?
With the Ball State?
Yes, we was not going to beat them by trying to score 4 point.
Okay.
We should have been jacking up threes and praying to the heavens that we were Golden State tonight because that was the only way we was going to win.
I understand that logic, right? Like that gives us a shot.
Yeah, give us a shot.
And Sam, Patrick Mahomes is Grover to y'all Hustek.
No. I understand that.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I understand what you're saying, but in actual reality, we really still would have lost because we just didn't have
How many
it.
times have we?
Tigers won.
Punt. Like that. That's why I love the Bills last year. We stopped punting the ball. Like,
No, but we
let's
have,
go for it.
but also we had a top 5 quarterback too. We gotta mention that. We can't. That's my only point is let's be realistic about it. Yes, go for it. Yes, go for it. Yeah, but he was showing us.
If you punt the ball away and because how many times have we extended drives and went down there and scored? If you punt the ball away, his touchdowns go way down.
The field position game.
I agree.
It's just that old way to play football. That's not what it takes no more. You got to be aggressive. You got to try to keep as many possessions as you can. Get more possessions. It's about more possessions, not try to field position.
The issue I have with what Preach is saying that you watch these quarterbacks go out there and try to beat Tom Brady by playing keep away.
They never
had
do it, bro.
the ball.
But they were
16,
never going to beat him.
But your way,
not because of what y'all
you
saying.
saw your way fail. saw your way fail
No,
every time.
no. Eli Manning beat Tom Brady because they had a great pass rush. That's why he beat him, not because of anything else. Like, I don't know what y'all talking about. Like, what I'm saying is, no, this is what I'm saying. I'm not necessarily against you. I just want to be a realist about the situation. I think there's only 12 to 15 quarterbacks who I'm comfortable with saying on 4th and 4 when I really should be probably kicking a field goal to go for it. I trust you. But
if
like,
Philly don't go for that, they lose.
Jalen Hurts is terrible from what
I'm talking about with Nick Foles.
I mean, no,
if they kick a field goal, they lose.
I don't know that. I mean, that's the age-old question. We don't know.
We see Tom Brady do every day. It was like, everybody was like he do it. Everybody watch it and be like, I can't believe they left 1:10 on a second. Everybody say it.
Aaron Rodgers did it with 30 seconds.
Yes, I agree.
We can't stop these people. These people are so good. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, all these people are they are the best of the hardest position in sports. People say they're the best at the hardest position in sports. Do not give them the ball back.
I understand that.
We're smart for going for it on 4th and 1 and say we're gonna win the game. We have a better chance of winning this game right here than punting the ball to Patrick Mahomes goes on us.
No, bro, that's craziness.
Get a field goal range.
That's craziness. At this point, that's craziness, and you should not do it.
That's crazy. If you're still doing that, you should be out of a job. I've been saying that for years, Rad, and you know I have. You should be out of a job. Shout out to Rad for coming around.
You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't. That's just crazy, especially in the fourth quarter. And like, this is it.
But a good thing is,
get down to the point like, yo, these next couple plays is it. Like, who want to make a me or them?
I was surprised
me.
Mike McCarthy went for it against what you call it? Because they was up 13. I just knew he was gonna kick a field goal and go up 16 because he's an idiot. But he actually went for it and it worked. It made sense. The numbers back it up. No, yes, he has Dak Prescott, but the numbers back it up too.
I think the numbers is skewed. The numbers is skewed only from the standpoint of like people haven't done it. So it's really like it's like when people say it's not like a huge sample size because only a small minuscule of people have been starting to do that. Like that's a fairly new thing.
Well,
everybody used to punt. Yes, we never like when somebody went for it on
Belichick's that did it.
When somebody went for it on but when Belichick went for it, he lost to the coach. That's when he lost. That's actually when he did lose.
That's the one time that they used.
No.
That's the one time that they used because he was on his own 40.
I'm speaking facts.
Come on, bro. I watched the game. I was there. I watched the
game. My point is Rad. It was only maybe 2. We can count on our hands how many coaches would have done it. So it's not like, yes, the numbers may be in favor because it's easier to do things when you have the greatest quarterback of all time. Like that'd be my only problem. When they say these numbers, it's like, yeah, because like, okay, I can run the triangle, but nobody else can run the triangle. Why? Because Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, the two best players of all time, and Shaq did it.
First?
Like, you get what I'm saying?
So what comes first? What you should do as a coach?
You should have the greatest quarterback of all time. Let's start there.
You're right.
You should wait to get the great quarterback before you become a great coach.
You should coach.
What should we do first?
You should coach your personnel. So if I have a bad quarterback, I have to do everything to not put him in a worse position. And when it's 4th and 4, and I know he's terrible, let's not do that.
Not just 4 for 4. Patrick Mahomes on the other side. You got a chance to win the game. It doesn't matter.
But generally, if you have a bad quarterback, you would never have a chance to win a game. Can we agree on that point? Like we won't even be in that situation. We can agree on that, right?
All right.
Yo, we watched the Bills have chances to put away games with bad quarterbacks for years, and we watched them punt it away. I disagree with you.
I don't remember us ever being in
contention. It with my
contention.
eyes. Contention of what? Of games or just for the season? The reason we were in contention, Rex Ryan. Then we can get off this. Rex Ryan. We was playing the Miami Dolphins. It was like maybe 2-3 games left, and it was one of those when you look at the schedule and you got to win the last 8 games to get in. But the Bills had to beat the Dolphins. If they lost or if they tied, they were eliminated from the playoffs. In overtime, 4th and 3, Tyrod Taylor got 300 yards passing. He punted the ball with like 4 minutes to go in overtime. It's like, bro, what are you hoping for?
And he got fired after that.
He got fired after that. He said
that was a terrible call.
You don't understand. I don't care who your quarterback is.
You gotta figure it out.
You gotta win the game. At some point, you gotta start winning games. And
he was playing not to lose, and he got fired.
Yes, and he got fired.
So he should have been
fired.
The Rex. Terrible.
Yeah, out the Rex. Any more football? I think we covered pretty much everything that we needed to cover from football.
I think Eli and Peyton, man. That Monday night, that drank fire, bro. That drank fire. I ain't gonna hold you. Just the whole thing having guests on there too. Some guests that's not even involved in football. I think they had LeBron up there yesterday. LeBron was talking about how Dallas wanted them, with the NBA lockout, and the Seahawks wanted them NBA lockout. And he had thought about it. He talked about a little high school game, and it's just fun to see that 2 brothers, from home, commentating the game on a different level. And getting other people's input and just having fun. They're having fun out there. So Eli was doing the Dak Prescott pregame warm-up dance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The joint just fire. I think
much to my surprise, I got to give my shout out to Eli. Eli, for me, is better than Peyton. Like, whatever they doing, how he, Peyton kind of seemed like I don't know, this is my part. He not comfortable as Eli. Eli just sitting there chilling. It's like he don't got pressure on him. It's like Peyton got the pressure, kind of like it's Peyton thing, probably. Eli kind of just sitting there and just doing his thing. So shout out to Eli. He's good. Like he's funny. He's somewhat funny. He can be a butt of the joke. He self-defecate. So I think that's the right word. But I think
self-deprecate.
Self-deprecate. Is that doodle? He do that too. He probably will do that too. He probably will do that by the end of it.
No, I said self-deprecate.
No, I said. I think I said.
Yeah.
But Eli's been good. Shout out to Eli. He's been better than I thought he would have been. He's actually.
I think the burden is not on Eli to kind of move the show. So like it is harder for Peyton. Unfortunately, I can't watch it long. I try to watch it, and for some reason, because I was watching the game with my girl, and she don't understand the language. She just doesn't get it. She's like, I don't like this. Can we just watch the regular one? And I understand that for most people, you just want somebody to move the game along.
It's too much going on.
And
it's a lot.
I'm glad you said that because I'm on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. I love it. It's like Peyton is giving a TED talk of football. Mm-hmm. Like he is talking about what really matters. And say for example, the Lions game. I didn't listen to the regular feed, but on those field goals and those terrible decisions, I guarantee you have Aikman say, yeah, that's the right call right here, John. You go out there, you kick the field goal, your defense playing good, blah, blah, blah. And Peyton was on the other end, was like, Eli, I don't know what's going on here. Like, man, the offense is moving the ball. You should go for it. And I'm like, this is what I'll be saying. Like,
or the timeout McCarthy. He's like, call the timeout, McCarthy. I was like, what's you doing? He did not call a timeout. I was like, what is this guy doing?
Like a lot of that little stuff is just missed because it's going to the normal average listener. They got jokes. They got the backstory about his high school and his little league coach. Yeah, like that's fine. That's fine for people that want to listen to that. But me, let's get into the X and O's. I find it very interesting. So that's why I love it.
Yeah, I think on the other normal feed, they usually try to give you a narrative from some type of player, some type of somebody they focusing on. And if they kind of dealing with, they bringing on guests, talking about the game. And if something happened, they talk about what happened. And they ain't necessarily focused on one player or focused on, it's like the game is the game. And then if something happened, or we're going to talk to the people we with. It ain't necessarily trying to feed you a certain player or a certain narrative or nothing like that. It's not no narratives. It's like, we watching football, and then if something interesting happened, how did they score on this play? All right, this happened on this play. They did this, and that's how they scored. You know what I mean? It's not it's nothing crazy. It's literally just this. So I think that's the best part of it, when they just get down to how did they score, what defense they in. You know what I mean? Because how Eli was just saying, they just in too deep all day. They got to run the ball all day, and they was gashing them all. Like it was like, do they not know that they gonna run up the middle? And Pollard and Zeke was just boom. Boom, all day. You know what I mean? And they were just saying, like, that's Peyton. Yeah, you should just do this all day. That's how simple it is. Like, yeah, you should just do this all day. I'm just run the ball. If they're gonna kick them two safeties up high, run the ball. You know, and you know what I mean? That's how he think. And just seeing how Peyton Manning, even like when they had Ray Lewis, which was really good, when they had a defensive mind too, how a defense should. That stuff like that. That's where I love stuff like that. I love anytime. This is my pet peeve. Anytime anybody who great at what they do talk about it, I'm sold. I don't even care what it is. They could be talking about anything because they just know shit that you just don't know. Like I'm just sitting there like mouth open, like wow. You know what I mean? Like I'm just soaking up games. So that's how I love anybody that know what they talking about, or anybody that's a master of what they do. I'm listening. You know what I mean? Because they usually good at what they talk about.
See, Preach, that's why Rad like being in between me and you during fantasy, because he be like, if Mike and Preach, they know what's up, I'm gonna go ahead and follow them. All right, Rad, I see y'all keep game.
I like that.
I ain't mad at you. a little self-deprecating on myself. So.
I like that.
All right, so do we have any shout out, any music, J. Cole? Y'all want to talk about J. Cole a little bit? Preach was upset at his boy.
No, I mean,
I like the verse.
I think the verse was sweet. It's just like I'm like I guess I'm just disappointed in J. Cole, only from the standpoint of like when I kind of fell in love with the music and all that. You just want your artist to be the best, and not to say that he's not, but like I want him to like to move like he is, like to say that, because that's how his fans feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that. Even through his music, even though he's very vulnerable, I think that's like for me is kind of the biggest drawback, and that's why like in past my sort of college years, or at least undergrad years, it's like the music kind of fainted for me, because it was like him and taking that next step. It's like, yo, you have to assert yourself in this way. Like, we're not timid anymore. We're not. That's not who we really should be. I understand you may be in a different place in your life.
Yeah, that's a different perspective from a fan.
Yeah, that is.
You hear that.
I'm just saying because like you grow. If we were literally growing up together. Like, we're not far in age. He didn't graduate, for that much different. So it was like I step for step, I'm with you 100%. Everything you're going through, I'm going through. But now that you're in this different space in your life, it's like, why are you so hesitant to kind of just embrace it, be the best, and you could deal with your family and everything other problem. You know what I'm saying? Like you could do both at the same time. But I understand it's tough. I don't like J. Cole. He's still great in my book, but that's kind of the drawback for me.
Hey, you're the other J. Cole fan.
Oh, I mean, I'm a big fan of J. Cole. Yeah, I think he's one of the best. I think he's currently one of as good as anybody rapping. I said that before. You know what I mean? I'm obviously a bigger Drake fan, so I'm not. It's not like that didn't impact me as much as Sam would. Sam. I was that whole thing he just said. I could put that for me is Drake and Wayne. Like Wayne and Drake is like mine of that growing with, truly growing with listening to every song, listening to every project, try to listen, try to keep up with that like that. So it doesn't, resonate like that. With me, with J. Cole, I kind of I wasn't on him like that early on. You know, I kind of slowly, I just hear the songs here and there. But then as it's kind of crazy as he like probably as Sam probably stopped, like I probably started honestly. So that's, you know, it's a different perspective of how that even. I just think that was interesting what he said. So I think J. Cole is, you know, great. I think, you know, I think pipe down even to get up to the verse, you know, the song, you know, that's probably one of the best beats on it. The beat is crazy, you know, one of the best beats on that joint. And he put any good beat in front of J. Cole, he's going to do that. He's going to do what he did. You know what I mean? There's not many people who can do as good as that. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. He, you know, I think the song was already great. A verse of J. Cole, if they was able to even put that together in a real album, that would have been even crazy. You know what I mean? So I think that was a great verse though.
I would say this. I'm upset because I came on here, I don't know, a couple months ago, and I was talking about I want rap beefs to come back. And I was like, are we ever gonna get any beef at the top with Drake, Kendrick, Nicole? I said, is anybody ever gonna say anybody's name? And y'all said, nah, definitely not. And for the first time, for somebody to say somebody's name to be like, y'all superstars, I was like, oh my God, we are never going to get any challenges at the top for real. It's like, you know, they just gonna hang out. Drake brought Cole on stage. And I think this is just the hip hop we have. Like
I think we personally think Drake and Cole are peers, and I think they somewhat. I think Drake don't think. I don't think Drake think. I think he do like on some like man and man peer. Like you, I mean, I respect you as a man, obviously, but as far as musically, I don't think Drake think he a peer with Cole. I mean, I don't. Is that disrespectful? Because you know Drake was Take Care was out, and Drake and J. Cole was his opener. You know what I mean? I went to that tour. You know what I mean? And like, so it's like a different, like Drake was up here while J. Cole was still doing workout. You know what I mean? It was like, it's a different, it's just different. I don't think Drake think Cole is his peer musically.
No,
I mean,
no way.
I don't think it's not trying to be disrespectful in that way.
I don't believe that at all.
He's saying, if you hear the album, he's saying it's Kanye and Jay-Z. That's all he cares about. He cares about Cole and Kendrick. He does not care about them.
I understand that. I understand. And he is supposed to feel that way. But I'm saying, like, J. Cole is supposed to feel that way as well. I think that was the biggest thing about J. Cole career and J. Cole fans. It was that, like, he got way more respect and more love than most people thought he did. Like, J. Cole fan base
is rabid. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's as big as Drake's, but it rivals. It's not like, I mean, it ain't like, yes, it does. It definitely rivals.
No, it doesn't. Drake got a country.
Okay, right.
Am I putting by that? I'm not trying to be funny at all. Drake is from Toronto. He's from Canada. He got a whole like country. Do that?
I don't even know what that means.
Like, he got a country? No. Okay, maybe I'm overreaching there. Maybe he do right. All right. I don't think he do.
Cole was born in Germany. He has Germany.
Cole definitely ain't got Germany. Unless he go hoop for him. That's about it.
I'm saying Drake literally do Afro beats. He does
Drake
things.
is a bigger artist. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying Cole, like in the rap game, like he's a formidable. I'll put it like this: Cole has more fans than Kendrick Lamar. That's in my opinion.
No, he doesn't.
I don't see how he doesn't. I honestly believe that wholeheartedly.
Kendrick, I mean, what are you gonna go by? You're not gonna go by. You talk about like selling out stuff.
He has
like
more
records?
fans than him. Cole has
like
more fans.
Who sells more records?
Cole has more fans than Kendrick Lamar. He does not. That's not true. Cole has more fans than Kendrick Lamar.
Sells more records.
No, he does not. That's not true. It's not a true statement. Look it up. Trust me. It is not. I'm telling you. I know that for a fact. It's not true. Kendrick does not do anything.
The last two. So you talk about I can look up the last two and see who sold more.
Yes, you can do whatever you want.
And J. Cole sold more.
Yes.
Really?
And
I don't think so.
It's a fact.
Could be wrong though.
It's a fact. And not even that. And then furthermore, one, J. Cole puts out way more projects than him. So it's like but even moving, I think Kendrick, like the artsiness of it and like the critically acclaimed, like Kendrick has that on lock. But as far as fan base and all that, it's not even close, bro. Like it's not close. So? No, I'm telling you. I'm being honest. I'm talking about full arena tours though.
I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan, bro. So, I mean, I'm a J. Cole fan. I'm not as much as a Kendrick Lamar fan. But I think Kendrick Lamar
it's just
like besides Drake is like Kendrick as far as selling stuff.
No, like it's not at all. It's not that at all. Really, if you look at it, it's critical acclaim. That's all it
What
is.
does that mean? Sam, what are you
Like
talking
like
about?
what I mean by critical acclaim, I mean like when they talk about like, oh, the nitty gritty, oh, like the powers, the artsiness of the album, this implementation of the beat, like all that crap. Like Kendrick Lamar, he kills in that. Like all those little blog sites, you know what I mean? Like the Rat Radars and the Hot New Hip Hops and all those. Like they always talk about. No, I'm just saying they talk about Kendrick Lamar in this crazy like vein. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's just this masterful person. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just like that's how they look at it. And they always put J. Cole secretary, but J. Cole sells more than him. He sells out more arenas than him, like the whole nine. He's a bigger artist. Not even close. Like a fact, he's a way bigger artist than Kendrick Lamar.
It's no way, Sam. Sam, I think you're just talking, bro. I feel like
I'm actually
stuff.
I'm
I
not.
don't think you're right, bro. I really don't think you're right.
No.
Why do you think that? Is that an opinion?
No, it's
or
not.
like,
It's not an opinion.
is
It's
it
a
backed by
fact.
something?
No, it's a fact because like like y'all don't understand. Like Kendrick Lamar is not that.
Kendrick sold 1.7 for 1.7 for Damn. That's what I'm reading.
That was in 2017, right?
Yeah, I believe so. And KOD sold 1.3 in 2018. Oh, he got a new one.
He do got a new one. I mean, he has more projects, right?
I'm just talking about obviously we comparing from when they come out. You know what I mean? I can't find it. I'm not the best. I'm not the best at finding.
Regardless.
We'll see what Kendrick does when he drop. He drop it sometime. So he definitely gonna sell. But we're gonna see how it sounds. We're gonna see if he addressed what Cole said. See if he stop tap dancing around Drake's name. We'll see. I'm not hopeful for it though. But
nah, I doubt it. I think it's gonna be. I don't know. I think this album might be good. I honestly think this album might be good. You know what I mean? I think a lot of energy around music. I don't know if it's back with the Kanye and Drake and Cole. Just the big acts coming this year. I think it's putting him. I mean, obviously, he come with his best work anyway. But I think I think this might. Yeah. I think this might be Kendrick. I think Kendrick coming with some heat. I think Kendrick coming with some heat because I think the extra motivation of what Drake doing, 9 number ones in the top. All that stuff. I'm not saying he already motivated, obviously, but I think that stuff. You know what I mean? That's like, come on, man. Like he's doing crazy things. Like I need to, even if I don't do those things, I need people to say, yo, this album is way better than that. So I don't even care. I don't even care. I'm not doing those. But the people who know this album is better than that. I think he definitely searching for something like that.
All right. Now, I think this has been a great first episode back.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're going on any more vacays. I think we're here for the long haul. We're going to talk sports. We're going to talk music. Are y'all boys up on Squid Game yet?
I'm not watching it.
No. What is that?
I don't. It's a show on Netflix. I
Netflix.
talked about that. We go. Let's do that. Let's do that next week.
I still got 3 episodes left. I'm probably gonna go watch a couple tonight. Rad, go watch it. Crazy show. We'll talk about it next week. Yeah.
Bleep.
I looked at like the first.
Do it have to do with squids?
You would the title you would never know. Like you saying the title it is like this is, but you might like that because you like the anime and all that nonsense. But
anime.
This nigga just said
anime.
No, I do.
He just said Annie like this is hard. This is hard. Play Hard Knock Life right here, bro.
That's the
Play Hard Knock Life right here.
That's like the Illumini in high school.
That's out to the Illumini, games. Out to the Illumini games. All right, but that's all that we have for We Think It's a Sports Show. We will holler at y'all next week. Yeah.